So this is looking at some height measurements that were made of dunes in that Brazilian coastal dune field. And you can see that as you go along, there are these shallower slopes on one side, and then on the other side, there are these steep slopes. And so again, that's a classic sign of a transverse dune. So let's move on to another type of kind of linear looking dunes, line dunes, and these are longitudinal dunes. So the average wind direction in this case is parallel to the dunes, but the individual winds themselves come from slightly different directions. So something a bit like this, probably on the right hand side. You can see there's two directions of the dunes. Here they're separated by maybe 30 degrees, and they might occur at different times of day, or they might occur at different times of year. And what they do is they're kind of bundling that sand up from either side into this kind of crest in the middle. And what this results in is both faces of the dune being roughly as steep as each other. So that's a way to look at these and say, okay, these aren't dunes being formed in wind that's coming from the right-hand side, say, and transverse dunes. These are actually dunes forming in wind coming from the bottom and from this, because you can see that both of the slip faces, both sides of the dunes, are kind of the same. They're sort of pretty symmetric when you look to either side of these long lines of sand.